Would it surprise you if I said that Brexit was shit? No? No. I'm not surprised either. Well, UK exports, they have been suffering. And the UK, its exports are worse, in the last decade than any G7 country. Oh, well, United Nations figures show that the value of British goods and services exports rose by 6% between 2012 and 2021, compared with 29.1% for the European Union. Oh dear. What have we done to ourselves? When we voted for Brexit? Okay, I didn't vote for Brexit. Okay, I know that Scotland didn't vote for Brexit. But fortunately, much of those in England dictated the vote for the rest of the Union. Not great. No, so we're all suffering as a result. So Britain has endured the worst exports record of any member of the G7, besides Japan, over the last decade, according to new analysis that will raise pressure on the government to reconsider its post-Brexit trade deal with the European Union. But unfortunately, Maroš Šefčovič, the EU negotiator, the one who took over from Michel Barnier, the clock is ticking. Well, he says no. No. There is no renegotiation of the deal until at least 2026. And even then, there's no guarantee, is there? No. Now, as most of the world's major 7 economies have rebounded from the pandemic, export growth has remained rather sluggish in the United Kingdom. Now, the figures here are based on the last decade. Now, I would say much of this is, a bit of a problem because it's, been hampered very much from the last few years. So, figures from the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD, yes, an acronym, show that the UK's goods and services exports had a value of $813 billion in 2012 and rose by just 6% to $862.6 billion by 2021. Now that compares with the double-digit increases enjoyed by Canada, 10.2%, France, 16.1%, and Germany, 22.7%, and Italy, 15.9%, and the US, which is 13.8%. Yeah. So the EU's member states as a whole enjoyed 29.1% increase in the value of their exports over the same period. What the hell have we done to ourselves? I'm going to say it again and again and again. I just think this is absolute madness. This is crazy. Wake up, people. For God's sake. Put pressure on the government to at least beg. Beg. Let us back into the EU. Or at least, the single market, my customs union and all that. Oh, crikey. This is just madness. What the hell are we doing? It's not going to get better. No matter who we have in power. It might get eased a little bit under Labour, but he's still touting the same rhetoric. He hasn't even left the door open, or Keir Starmer, that is, Sir Keir Starmer, hasn't left the door open for us to have any kind of closer alignment with the EU. So what is there for the EU? Why? What's there to tempt them? To allow us to renegotiate that trade deal? Nothing. They're benefiting from it. They're stealing all our industries. They're all buggering off to the EU. There's factories setting up in the EU all over the place. Even that Ratcliffe geezer with the Grenadier flipping Land Rover copy. Even him. He buggered off. He promised that he's going to build factories in the south of Wales. No, wake up, people. No, he didn't. He took over a factory next to an old Mercedes factory on the borders of France and Germany. When is the penny going to drop? This is madness. Every day I'm following this stuff. I just feel, my God, my eyes is rolling in the back of my head. What the hell have we done? You need to be able to trade with your closest trading partners. There's no getting away from that. That's just logic. I know the Brexits don't want to do logic. It's all about, well, dreams and sovereignty. Bollocks! Sorry, but as I say it as I see it, the whole thing is a whole load of bollocks. Brexit is bollocks. Bollocks to Brexit, sir. Well, got a graph here, and it makes for rather, how to put, sickening vision, as it does. There you go. Second from the bottom. Japan's the worst. We're right down there. The United Kingdom's right down there. So wake up, people. This is no good. How the hell are we supposed to pick ourselves up post-pandemic if we can't trade freely? Without bureaucracy, without red tape. The thing that they said they're going to get rid of, even though we didn't even have any in the first place. We believed it. Something wrong up there, there's got to be. To be sucked in by this lot of snake oil salesmen and charlatans. I'm sorry, but you clearly ain't that bright, Brexiters. It's either that, or you just want your head in a flippin' sand. I'm sorry. But I hate to say it, and I hate to call people idiots, but I'm sorry. I'll just say it as I say it. If you vote for Brexit, you've got a screw loose. You really have. Oh, I understand that maybe your lies were shit. I get that. But it wasn't the European Union, they were just telling you it was. Drip, 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 drip in the Daily Mail, the Telegraph, etc., etc. The Daily Express, all telling you that the European Union was to blame. No, it wasn't. It was consecutive governments, and especially this government, over the last 13 years, destroying our ability to trade. Austerity. Destroying your ability to get services. Damaging the health services. All come to a head now. Public services. They're all on strike. That isn't just, oh yeah, we're going to go on strike today. No, this is over. The last 13 years, they have been screwed over. Public services have been screwed over, whether it be the rail, whether it be the doctors, whether it be the nurses, whether it be the teachers. And everybody else is probably striking, and civil servants, you know, they all had enough. They can't go on like this. And yet you blame the European Union for it. But no, it wasn't. It was never the EU. It's this government is to blame. Got to wake up. You really have. Otherwise we will never pull ourselves out of this mess that we've got ourselves in. That brings me on to make Brexit work. Bollocks! No, there's no making Brexit work. It's never going to work. It can't work. It's written in its DNA. There's no logic behind it. Now, I believe in science. That's why I'm an atheist. You see, I don't believe in fantasy. No. If the Jehovah's turn up at my gate, I tell them I've already got a good collection of Stephen King fiction, novels and stuff. I don't need religion, and I don't need Brexit, because all that was really was a religion. Propagated by the likes of snake oil salesmen such as Nigel Farage and that swing voter, Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson. He wrote 2 letters. When the vote, whatever way the vote came in. He even said that we should stay. Boris Johnson even told us all that we should stay in the single market. That's what he said. It's nuts. You still listen to him because he's one of us. Oh, no, he ain't. He's one of him. He's a narcissist. The only person Boris Johnson cares about is Boris Johnson. Nigel Farage, I think you still need to try and work that geezer out. Blimey. Nasty pieces of work. Anyway, what do you say? I've my little rant. Crazy. We're screwed. How do we pull ourselves out of that mess? First of all, yes, okay, vote the Tories out, bring Labour in. How do we convince Labour? How do we convince Keir Starmer to get his head out of the flippin' sand? Bloomin' ostrich. It's ludicrous. It's not rocket science. We've been told again and again and again by the experts. Okay, Michael Gove said don't bore the experts. But experts in science, they're working on figures, numbers. Not just harebrained kind of dreams and aspirations. I mean, nothing. Boris Johnson has used that all the way along during his premiership. He was using that. You just got to believe. Nigel Farage and that. You just got to believe. You got to predict them. Don't talk the country down. It's very hard not talking the country down when it's making fundamental mistakes. Jacob Rees-Mogg. Just got to believe. Doom gloomers and all that. We have flippin' what's her face? Oh, Sue Ellen Braverman, the Home Secretary. Yesterday in the flippin' wishing Caroline Lucas goodwill, while simultaneously calling her doom gloomer. It's just nuts. And these people are running the country. They're running that country into the flippin' shit. That's what they're doing. Sorry, I just say it as I see it. Oh, it makes me so angry and so irate. I'll tell you, there's so much I would say, but I can't on here. No. I'd love to stick them all in the flippin' mincer. Anyway, what do you reckon? Shall we stick the Tory party in the flippin' mincer, make Tory pies? Let's make them all into pies. Let's Sweeney Todd them. That's what we need to do. Flippin' hell. They cause so much blooming damage. This is just... It's like espionage. That's what it is. They're traitors. They're traitors to the people. You won't see that on the flippin' front cover of the Daily Mail, though, will you? No. Flippin' hell. Anyway, what do you reckon? How do we deal with the Tory party? Do we make them into pies? Leave that in the comments down below. Please boot the old like button. You probably want after that, but there you go. I've just had enough of it. I really have. Just boot the old like button and maybe, like and subscribe. Maybe a little bell icon, because then you get a one video in your pocket every time I upload another video. Yeah, I hope so. Blimey. Oh, there goes my missus again. She's sending me stuff. She's also frustrated with it all. She can't believe the madness that we're delved into. Well, here in France, we're doing a rewilding. On a positive note, let's leave on the positive note. We're planting trees here, and trees are good. Good. Yeah, that's the only flipping hope we've got, is to plant more trees. Plant more trees, and you do that, we'll go back to the family link down below, and I'll plant a tree on your behalf. So even if you're in a tower block somewhere, you can still have a tree with your name on. Let's go family link down below. And you make a contribution. Don't have to be a large contribution. I'm not dictating how much it's got to be. We'll plant a tree anyway. Even as a fiver, we'll still plant a tree. So we'll plant a tree on your behalf, but also I'll make a sign to go with that tree. With your name on, or maybe your loved one, your kid, or anything. Maybe your pet. Yeah. Whatever. But we'll also make mat boxes, bird boxes, and hedgehog houses, animal houses. Little houses for animals, bat houses and bat roosts and bird houses, bird boxes, whatever you like to call them these days. Anyway, the links are down below in the description. Now I need to get a drink. I've got a sore throat now. Well, it's time for me to go. I'm going to say ta-ta, so ta-ta. Flipping hell.